Hey, true believers, it's Englentine here with a review of The Man of Steel #1, written by Brian Michael Bendis. Now, this is the one, right? This is the one we were all nervous about and scared about because, let's face it, Superman in Action Comics for Rebirth has been solid. And they've actually made top 10s and 20s of the sale charts, too. So it's not like it was a bomb. This is all shapes, ways, manners, and form was a decent book. By the way, Justice League need not apply. Cover is a little bit of fake news, but we'll get past that, okay? I mean, it's a hero cover, it's a poster cover, but yeah, they're not there. Anywho, let me get back to what I was saying. Superman in Action Comics and Super Sons and Supergirl, well, okay, maybe not, were really good books and they're entertaining, so why do you need to bring Bendis on this? That's the whole question. Why? Of course, I guess, you know, DC has been pilfering talent, basically because Marvel said talent doesn't sell comics. And DC says, wait a second, yeah, they do. And you know what? We have been enjoying DC books, and I think that's why they, of course, that's why they brought Bendis over. Bendis over. Anywho, okay, I'm sorry, I just went 12-year-old. Alrighty, so what about the book itself? What has happened? And there's going to be a couple of scenes that's going to make people cringe. However, let's go through it. This one right here, we have the big bad, and he's talking about Krypton. But in all honesty, is he? Or is he talking about America? Here's the thing. It's all about colonization. Krypton is evil because it will colonize and it will use up all of the resources from this planet, and then it'll destroy it and move on to another one. And it won't be stopped because it's a superpower and blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. Now, this might cringe some people. However, you have to make absolutely sure you realize what's happening here. This is the bad guy saying this. This is the guy who's like, you know, he's the evil one. He's the one that we're against, and he is saying that the colonization is bad. Even later, when, you know, because he's apparently appealing to this high council, including a guardian, and he's asking for permission to basically wipe out all of Krypton before Krypton wipes out the universe. I guess I should give a spoiler warning, but literally, it's like the second page that I just spoiled, so it's not really telling anything. That's the villain's motive, and here we go. Let me tell you something. I was pleasantly surprised. You might be able to hear rain, by the way, because we're in the middle of like a storm. Like, I don't know if there's a tropical storm or something. I didn't check the weather. But anyway, anywho, if you hear noise, that's what's going on. Yeah, it ended up being a very well-written book. I liked the characters. Superman is Superman, Clark Kent is Clark Kent. I like the casual way he takes out a couple of Batman villains. And at one point they say, are you going to drop me? He goes, no, that's Batman. He goes, well, Batman would have. He says, yeah, but it's funny when he does it. I like the dialogue between them. I like the interactions. There is a lot of humor to it. It's not exactly Keith Giffen's Justice League, but there are lighter moments to kind of balance the more serious tones as well. We also get a little bit on the limitations of being as powerful as Superman is. Right here, he's listening in on Metropolis, and he's like, it's harder than you think because he hears everything, and if he wants to help somebody, he has to pinpoint it. And is it a scream because somebody's in trouble? Is it a scream because somebody is just overreacting? You know, he hears all the screams. So which ones are the ones he picks? Which ones are the ones he doesn't? They kind of go into that. And I like that kind of thing. I like that kind of exploration because, you know, you just go, well, Superman is all powerful, therefore. I would like them to show how he trained himself to pick things up. You know, if his superpowers came gradually, when did his strength go from being normal and then he hit puberty and now he can bench press a truck? Because the pressure you would put on a glass would have to be different than when, you know, when you are, of course, normal. And I like the fact that they kind of did that with his hearing. That would be, I guess I would say Bendis did it, but, you know, it's his writing and such. So, yeah, I like that kind of exploration, and it's here, and it's present. How did he treat the character? He was true to Superman. This is the biggest thing I was worried about. You know, you could bring in villains, you could bring in heroes, and whether we like them or not will, of course, be based on if the story is good or not. But the big question for any comic creator coming from Marvel to anywhere is, will you be true to the character? Because Marvel, for the last 5-6 years, okay, I've only read for the last 3 or 4, but from what I've seen, they just do not care about being true to the character if it fits their story, if it fits their narrative. And that was one of my biggest concerns in seeing Brian Michael Bendis coming to DC, because he has had that mindset. But maybe the reason why he came here was because he was tired of that. He was tired of that thing over at Marvel, and he wanted to be able to play in a toy box where they do have characters that they want to create and treat like the characters. There's a little bit of pathos in this, and I do appreciate that. Like I said, it's a well-balanced book. And you don't really think of pathos when you think of Superman, because he is supposed to be the bright and inspirational. But without the downtime, how can he achieve and be inspirational? Here's another part where I think you might get some of the cringe. We have a female fire chief. Doesn't bother me at all. It didn't bother me when Maggie Sawyer was chief of Metropolis PD. Doesn't bother me for this at all. I actually kind of like it. They have a very intelligent conversation about there's an arsonist, how do you know? And she gives her clues, and he tells her that he just picked up an arsonist criminal. Maybe look into that. So it's really shows an interplay, an interconnection, I guess, between Superman and the police and the fire department of Metropolis, that he's actually working with them. He's not God on high who swoops down and does something, that there's interaction. He understands that these are the people who really do these things and who really put themselves in danger. And that was just an extra touch that I appreciated, that I liked. I also liked her going, oh, Superman, and then realizing, oh, wait a second, he's got superhero, because he kind of turns back. Like I said, there are some decent humor moments to this book. Goodness, what else to talk about here? The art, as you can tell by the pages that are passing by, is strong. Is this the perfect book? No, it's not. I don't think this would end up in a 5-star. I think I'm going to be giving it 4 stars when I do my collection video. But in the end, and that's because while okay, the reason why I just felt no emotional tension to it. I mean, this is a world-building book, by the way. It really is to show you, 1, who Superman is, and 2, what's the world he lives in, while they are building up a villain. So that is what's going on here, and I think it does it well. I think it's entertaining, and overall, I think this is a book I can strongly recommend. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? Have you bought the Man of Steel #1, and what did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or were you just indifferent to it? And here's a question, and here's one to really look inside. Were you going into this looking for it to be bad? Are you nitpicking because, God damn it, it can't be good because it's Brian Michael Bendis from Marvel? Be honest with that, because you know what? I was! Now, maybe the reason why I liked it so much was my expectations were so low. That could be a possibility. I may have to come back to this. This is a visceral review. This was my first impression of it. But that is something that we should think about, you know? Because I actually did. I was thinking, oh my gosh, what have I... Riri Williams has come to Superman. And I ended up enjoying it because it wasn't all like that. And it seems like Brian Michael Bendis may be enjoying being over at DC rather than bringing Marvel over to it. Anyway, by all means, please let me know what you think in the comments section below. I love to hear it. Am I right? Am I wrong? Are you right? Are you wrong? Why is the big question. You know, it's one thing to say, you suck, but it's another to tell me why. You know, that's what I enjoy. Anyway, also, if why you agree, let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, you know the drill. Click like, share, if you just to get word out about the channel. And if you haven't done it already, hit subscribe and that notification bell so you don't miss anything, because cool things happen around these parts. Also, this is the way I'm trying to make a living, so if you don't mind helping the channel out, and we're trying to get a better computer and some better software so we can make better videos for you, go on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till, and help us do that. We'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.